Some residents say on any weekend night, you can see a group of teenagers sitting around here at this Conoco gas station drinking and smoking. The band has been getting by with old and even broken instruments like these ones. In fact, these are so old, they're being held together by duct tape. Having a mobile business has its advantages. Her office is always with her, and everything is at her fingertips. The majority of homeless here in the LC Valley are considered couch surfers. And this is how the game works. Each school will have 5 minutes to scratch 300 tickets like these. During these hard economic times, school officials say students need all the help they can get. These colorful caps will be given to the children as a keepsake. Formal weddings may be down, but couples are getting more creative with their budget so that brides can walk down the aisle in a beautiful gown like this one. Of course, one of the highlights of the night is looking into one of these telescopes. Right now, I'm looking at the moon, which is about 230,000 miles from Earth. The jackpot for Mega Millions this week is $86 million. And I'm not much of a gambler, but tonight I'm going to try my luck. One, please.
People of Idaho County, we don't want you here. You need to go.
Angry citizens speaking out near Super 8 Motel in Grangeville, the site of the land swap meeting. The group called Stop the Swap is outraged about the commissioner's proposed alternative land swap. The proposal would allow the U.S. Forest Service to exchange various tracts of land for 40,000 acres in the Upper Lochsa, owned by Western Pacific Timber. The swap will also take away grazing rights for ranchers.
This land that's here right in our backyard is important to all of us because it's where, our grandfathers took us. This is the land we use here. We collect firewood, mushrooms, huckleberries. And a lot of people, this is all they have, it's all they know.
These citizens are protesting against Western Pacific Timber, the company behind the land swap. But they say they're more upset with the Idaho County commissioners.
When you ask them questions and they bluntly lie to the people who voted them in, when you have a house full of people, 230 people, and you're a commissioner, and you look back behind you to see who's following you as a leader, and there's no one there, then you're not doing your job.
Why don't you turn around and look at your constituents? You can't do that because you won't look us in the eye.
But Commission Chairman Skip Brandt says the group is responding without knowing all the facts. He says the group called a meeting last week and did not invite the commissioners, the timber company, or the Forest Service.
It's frustrating because they do not want to discuss the issue. Instead of just yelling and screaming, we need real dialogue with our citizens so we can do the best trade that we can.
Brandt says the deal is between the timber company and the Forest Service. However, Andy Halls of Western Pacific Timber says the proposal is still in the early stages and it's not guaranteed the trade will even happen.
Save our land!
In Grangeville, Cindy Cha, KLEW News. At 18 years old, Shane Tipton is already a father of 2 young children under the age of 4. He admits to some underage drinking and buying cigarettes illegally. He says the city's lack of recreation helped shape his choices.
If we would have had different stuff to do, like a pool or skate park or something for us to do, we wouldn't have went off and done that stuff at a young age.
But City Administrator Rick Lamb doesn't buy it.
The fact that some of these kids are getting in trouble because they're blaming it on a lack of recreation, that's ludicrous.
In 2007, Orfino was recognized as one of the 100 best communities for young people. However, statistics also show the city has consistently ranked in the top 3 counties in Idaho for underage drinking. Some residents say on any weekend night, you can see a group of teenagers sitting around here at this Conoco gas station drinking and smoking.
Big, huge issue. And it's just not enforced enough. The cops don't do enough about it.
But Chief of Police Jeff Wilson says that's simply not true.
We are very active when it comes to the issue of underage drinking. So I think that if somebody feels the police department's not doing enough or we look the other way, I think they're very misinformed.
But teens say they are bored. 17-year-old Justin Farley says the only movie theater in town opens only 2 days a week, and the teen center doesn't provide more than what he's already doing at home. What he wants is a skate park.
Mainly want, somewhere where we can hang out, skate, bike, and not get in trouble for it.
Lamb says he's not opposed to building a skate park, but he says it's expensive and the city just doesn't have the resources. For now, teens will have to make do with what Mother Nature provides. In Orfino, Cindy Cha, KLEW News. Sharon Becker has 6 cats. She says every one of them brings her joy. But her happiness turned to sorrow after receiving an unexpected visit last Tuesday.
Donna Manchester from Animal Control in Clarkston wrote me a summons and said that every day I don't give my cats to her will cost me $150 per day per cat.
That's because it's a violation to have more than 3 pets per household within city limits.
If we were to allow everyone to have the 8, 12 to 15 cats plus their dogs, the city would be overrun.
But Sharon says she doesn't allow her cats to wander in the streets. In fact, she says this outdoor structure was built specifically for her cats, where they can live, sleep, and play in. But Manchester says the law still applies.
The city ordinance says you can have 3 animals.
But Sharon says giving up even 1 cat will be difficult.
I lost my son last year, my little boy, and these cats are my children.
Neighbors we spoke to say her cats are not a nuisance. One neighbor who did not want to go on camera says the city has ignored repeated calls about a skunk problem in her neighborhood. She says officials should focus more on bigger issues.
I think as long as the cats are being taken care of and they're enclosed, I don't see any problem personally.
Meantime, Manchester has advised Sharon to appear before a judge. Otherwise,
I come back and see if she's ready to redeem the cats or to let me adopt him out, or else she receives another fine.
Sharon says if any of her cats are taken away, she will be devastated.
They fill the void in my heart, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to get up in the morning. I love life through them. Because they're happy, they make me happy.
For KLEW News, I'm Cindy Cha.